Hi there. This is Audrey from Balance Longer, and you can see I am sitting down, which is very unusual. Most of my exercise videos, I am standing up, but we are going to do a totally seated class. I have a recommendation from somebody I went to high school with. We graduated in a high school in 1973, and she requested this, and I think it's a great, great idea. So remember, balance is a learned skill. It's not innate. It's not like perfect pitch where you're born with it. So with practice, everyone can improve. And regardless of where you're starting from, it's never too late to jump in, and you can always make improvements. So we're going to be doing a seated balance, and I will talk about why that's so important. And it's going to be a lot more challenging than you think it will be. When you do seated balance, it does engage your core muscles. It can improve your posture if you have good posture seated with your shoulders back and down, and it develops good body awareness in a lot of ways that you move. And these exercises will build strength and stability. It'll transfer over into lots of other activities where you're reaching for things and where you're getting out of the car, places where you're doing sit to stand and moving your body in some creative ways. So everyone can benefit from improving their seated balance, regardless of what your mobility level and your fitness level is coming in. So I don't think this is going to be necessarily all that easy. It'll be a little bit different and hopefully a lot of fun. So on that note, I think we should get started and talk first about what is seated balance. So when we're standing, we're balancing on our feet, hopefully with our toes up. And when we're seated, we're balancing on our sits bones. And those are those bones right here. And what you want to do is be equally balanced on both sides. So if you have more weight on one side than the other, it's actually not good for your back and not good for your posture. So you want to try to really have equal 50-50 balance on each side. So let's get into a good sitting position. We want our ankles directly below our knees, and we want our toes up so that the weight of our foot is on the ball of the foot and the heel. So on that note, I'm going to start my music and we'll get going. So we're going to start by doing a seated rock back and forth. You can hold on to the chair and feel one side having all the weight and then the other side having all the weight. So you can see the difference as you pass through equal balance between both sides, and make this motion smaller and smaller until both sides remain down and you have complete equal balance. Put your hands right here. Let's do a couple deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Look at your toes, make sure they're up. And really feel that even distribution of your sits bones. Okay, hands right here on our thighs. We're going to kind of go front and back and feel our sits bones rolling front and back. Little pelvic crunch when you go back there. Little crunch. 4 more, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now you're even. Okay, we're going to lift each one up. Use those muscles. Lift the right and down. Hands on your hips. You can hear it, see it. Lift it up and down and right and down and left and down and right and down. Couple more. Left and down and right and down. Okay, now check those feet. We're going to lift our toes and spread them and down. Lift our toes and spread them out. Abs are tight. Up. Spread. Okay, now get that good position with our toes up, shoulders, arms out. We're gonna go up and down. Changing it a little bit. Hands behind your head, but you're not clasping, just touching. Shoulders in, elbows in, elbows out, and arms out. Keep those shoulders down and in, and shoulders, and out, and down, and in, shoulders, out, and down. Now here we're gonna do a little extra. Shoulders, out, and now we're gonna go behind, move my chair, behind where your shoulders are down and back. Here we go. And shoulders, out, now behind. Up, shoulders, out, behind. Two more. Up, and shoulders, out, behind. One more. Good job. Just shake that out. We're going to do some seated poses. Sitting a little bit on the edge of your chair. Starting with your right leg, we're going to lift it up while keeping the other leg on the floor. Let's put our hands on our shoulders and do some ankle rolls. 3 in each direction. Feel those sits bones even, and down. Other side. Ankle rolls. 3. And down. And right with ankle rolls. Other direction. And down. Left, ankle rolls. And down. One more time each side. Ankle rolls. Last time on the left, ankle rolls. Okay, so you should feel the even sits bone right here. We're going to do a little bit of twisting. We're going to be in a prayer position, and we're going to slowly rotate to the right, but those sits bones don't move. This left one doesn't come up. It stays down and back. Other side. Sits bone, that left one and right one are both down. To the right. Make sure that left sits bone is down. And left. And make sure that right sits bone is down. And left. Last time. Couple deep breaths. Up we go. One more time. And just shake that out. Make sure you got that even sits bone and your toes are up. Okay, we can have our hands on our chair for support. We're going to slowly lift each leg up. Okay, you can lift it, you can keep your toe on the ground if you want, and make sure that you're doing a little bit of a crunch when you get off the ground. And down, lift left, and crunch. And down, right, crunch, and down, left, crunch, and down, right, crunch, and down, left, crunch. Let's do it with our eyes closed. Right, crunch, and down, left, crunch. Keep those eyes closed. Right, crunch, and left, crunch. Now both feet, but let's just keep them on our toes and do a crunch. Let's put our hands here, and down, and up. Down. Now if you want to try it, lift them, you can, but not necessary. Up. You get a good exercise keeping those toes down. And down. Arms on shoulders, hands on shoulders, and down. And 4. Give it that nice a crunch. And 3. Crunch and down. And 2. And down. And 1. And down. Good job. And start a march. Now you're putting that foot down, toes up, sits bones are still even. You can lift a little bit higher if you want to, not necessary. Up. You're running. Sits bones are all down. Don't let it come up. If your knee needs to stay down a little bit to keep those sits bones down, do it. Feel the sits bones on every run. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Couple more deep breaths. Up. And down. Check those sits bones and those toes. Smile with me. And 1 more. And down. Good job. Let's do a figure 4 seated. Now, you can, if this doesn't feel right, or if your sits bone lifts up too high, then just go ahead and cross your legs right over left. If you can, do it. Put it above your knee, keeping your foot flexed, and make sure that sits bone is down. If your sits bone needs to be down and your knee's a little higher, that's okay. So whether you're crossed at the bottom or crossed here, let's do some arms, breaststroke. Good deep breathing. And arms down, other side. Again, crossing here is fine. If you do it here, the sits bone needs to be down. Breaststroke, up on top. Good deep breathing. Foot flexed, other foot on the ground, toes up. Both sits bones are down. And it's 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Okay, let's return those legs. And we're going to practice standing up. Now, we don't need to really stand up at all. We can just kind of hover. Make sure that you're in a good position. Your ankles are right under your knees. You're on the front of your chair. We can hold on and just do a little bit of hovering. You can use your hands for support. Up and down. Don't use all your hands. Try to use your legs. And down. Up. Now, if you want to really hover and get up, you can. And down. If you feel you don't need your hands, but be safe. If you want to try standing all the way up, you can. And down. Make sure that chair is behind you. Up. And down. Whether you're hovering or just going up and down a little bit, doesn't matter. Just feel it in those legs. And when you go down, you want to feel it on both of those sits bones. So you can hover. You can stand. One more of whatever you're choosing to do. Okay, good job. Just shake that out. We'll cool down a little bit. So we're going to end exactly the way we started, with a little bit of a seated rock. Get even. Look at those toes. Make sure they're up. And your ankles are directly over your knees. We're going to rock. Right and left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring stretch. Put that right foot out. Get on the front of your chair and just really kind of feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Flat back, no hunching. Other side. For 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Let's just end with 2 deep breaths. Up. Hands to our heart. And down. One more set. Smile with me. And down. Stop my music. Thank you for joining me. I will be putting out more videos standing and seated, and hopefully you'll be able to work at your own level, and you'll find it motivating, and you'll see your balance and your core strength improve. And I really enjoyed this, so there'll definitely be some more just like this. So this is Audrey signing off, and I'll see you in the next class.